Oh yes, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Hello everybody. I'm so excited this day today, to just uh, welcome all of you back to our channel, Be to Profit. I'm so excited to share with you another nugget today. And I want to thank you very much for watching our channel. It's so incredible how we are growing within a few weeks. And today, it's also a very nice day. I would like to share with you what I consider to be what people regard to as, A setup and also B setups. Trading these 5-minute scalping methods, people usually regard A setup to be the best setup, and B setup, for example, not so great setup. But and I consider this concept also trading my scalping methods, and I would love to share this with you. Actually, I'm excited to do this. And well, by the way, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. I want you to make comments, like, and share. If you have suggestions, just put it down in the comment section below. And you can also turn on the notification bell, so that we could when we upload future videos, you can actually see them and you will not miss out on them. So what are we going to talk about today? A setups, B setups. So while I see a potential setup, for example, so the question now is, what setup will I love to trade more or even risk more on, and that's the A setup. So let me just share with you this few nuggets from this strategy, and of course I hope you may get some tips, a few tips on how I see the market, and this could actually help you perhaps with your own trading strategy or even trading in all. So I would like to go into it without wasting your time. I don't want you to forget what I look for while trading. If you are new to this channel, maybe you might have to go back to some of the videos I posted earlier or uploaded earlier, and you will see the idea or the concept of this strategy. So what do I look for? Generally speaking, I look for the 15-minute time frame to determine the trend. I use two time frames, the 15 minutes and the 5 minutes. So the 15 minutes first to know where I want to trade from where to where, whether it's uptrend or downtrend, just like this, like exactly like this. I will look at 15 minutes to see if I could determine higher highs, if the higher highs are printing just like this, like this, like this, like this. Yeah, so when I determine this on 15-minute time frame, so what I do is that I move to 5-minute time frame, and that's where I determine where my entry and my exit will be. That's where I take my trade, 5-minute time frame. So you can see it here. When I switch to 5 minutes, it will look like something like this. Yeah, so now the question is, what will be my A setup? So when I go to 5 minutes, so my A setup on 5 minutes, I want you to listen to this and I want you to pay attention. So my A setup is when my target, that is my take profit, is within the pivot here, the pivot high here, and that is between this lower high and the lower low, just like this, between the lower highs and lower low. So when I see this, for example, if the range between the pivot, this very pivot you see here, and the break point you see here is 7 pips, for example, if this range is 7 pips, then my target, which is 7 pips mentioned earlier, must also be within this range and not beyond it. That is my A setup. I hope you got that point. That if the range between this pivot, in case of downtrend, I mean, if the range between pivot and that break point is 7 pips, my target must be within this range. It will not go beyond. It must not go beyond. The price must not go beyond that lower low. That is my A setup. However, my B setup is when my target has to go beyond that lower low. So it means just like example I gave earlier. So if the pivot, the range between the pivot and the breakpoint is 7 pips, then my target, which is 7 pips, has to go beyond the lower low before it reaches 7 pips target. So it means it will have to move further in order to get to our target. So that is what I refer to as the B setup. I love always to take a setup because it's really good. The reason for all of this is that you can easily tell, if you understand the market structure quite well, you can easily tell, at least with a high degree of certainty, that the price will reach the low, even the low of this structure. But when the market reaches this low, anything can happen. It could be very tricky. For whatever reason, once the market or the price reaches the low or breaks it a little bit, there could be some sort of liquidity grab. It could be profit taking. It could be anything, and the price could just impossibly move back up, just like this. It could move back up, straight up. So just don't forget the reason why we're trading. We're scalping a few pips from the market, getting in and getting out within a few minutes, and we don't want to stay in the market unnecessarily longer than expected. So that's why we just want to do what we have to do. So when I take the A setup that I show you, it's really, sometimes you even have more than 1-to-1 ratio, because I always target 1-to-1 ratio. I will show you from the chart later. So let me just quickly do that actually. Let me show you from the chart, the real chart, and you could see. Let me quickly upload this and you will see what I'm trying to say in practice. So let's say we check now. So now we see the 15-minute. This is GU, that is GBP USD, Great British Pound, USD pair. So we see the pair here, and then we see 15-minute. So we see the high highs printing up. So in this case, we want to buy. We want to look at the point where we're gonna buy. So we will go back to 5 minutes, and now we will see where exactly the market will get to before we start buying, joining the trend, so to say. So if you look at that, we have a trigger here, but you notice the range between the pivot low here and the break point. That's exactly what I'm saying. Example of B setup. So it was 4 pips. You see the range here? It was only 4 pips, of course. So our target from the break point must also be 4 pips. But in A setup, you notice that the 4 pips should be within this range, but unfortunately the range between the break point and the higher highs that were supposed to be normal target was only 3 pips. So it means that we will need to allow the market to move further beyond our, the higher highs to reach the target. That is a B setup, as you can see, but it reached there anyway. It reached the target anyway. That is a B setup. But let's consider A setup. So the same day you see the A setup. In fact, the next setup is the A setup. As you can see the here, you see the range between the pivot low and the break point to be what, 7 pips. Yeah, I have already marked it there, the 7 pips. And what happened? The range between the break point and the high highs is 8 pips. Exactly, this is what I always love to trade. I love this to trade because there's high possibility that we will get to that highs before anything happens. Then it reached the target too. We have 8 pips. So that's exactly what I'm saying. So if you look further, you will see what I'm also referring to, that anything can actually happen in the market. Look at this point as it's moving. When the market breaks these highs, what happens? It goes up and all of a sudden it drops all of a sudden down. So anything can just happen when the market reaches, update the highs or update the lows. Anything can happen. So that's why I love to take a setup, so that it's quite easy to determine where the market actually will get to. Yes, you have it, guys. So this is actually just a breakdown of what my A setups and my B setups look like, and I think you find something very good, maybe something you can use also in your own trading strategy, or maybe you might also implement that also in your own trading setup. So this is the content I want to share with you today, and I hope you actually enjoy it. Maybe my next video I will also share with you the trading zone for 5-minute scalping method. You know, what should be, what do I look for, the trading zone, how to plot it correctly so that I know exactly where my trading zone lies. It's another beautiful nugget that you would also love to know about this strategy. But of course, if you want me to do this, you want to encourage me, please comment on the comment section below and tell me you want me to do this, you know, sharing this trading zone for this 5-minute scalping methods. Let us do this together. Maybe we can even push the subscriber count to 100 subscribers soon. I will be very happy, and I will also continue to be motivated to share more information, you know, beautiful content, and to share value with you. So if you also find value from this content that I just shared with you, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, comment on it, like, even possible you can share, turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on our upcoming uploads. So this is a wrap, guys, and I'm very excited to share this with you. Thank you very much for staying tuned, and see you in the next one.